What's up, family? Taking that one from Leander for today. Anyways, CutLightSmoke back at you. You guys don't see me, but I'm behind the camera today. We are taking a look at a new humidor. Gonna review this big bad boy. So this is the NewAir CC-300H. Now, the 300H is just slightly different from the CC-300, and this is actually, it has a heating and a cooling element to it. Now this one's quite a bit bigger than the last NewAir that I reviewed. It's supposed to hold about 300 cigars is where they get that number from. I fit probably close to that in here. I packed this thing loaded, and I'm already getting ahead of myself, but I'm gonna kind of get right into this because this is the good part, right? So this thing is lined with cedar. It is a plastic on the inside, but it's got ample space for quite a bit of cigars, and so these are a little stiff. Side note, don't come make them fly out of here if you got a bunch of cigars sitting around. But anyways, I kind of packed this up with all my loose singles that were overtaking my cabinet humidor. Oh, and now I'm dropping my little hydrometer here. Anyways, this humidor is a beast. It does heating and cooling. It can go up to about 74 degrees. So heating with cigars, I mean, obviously you guys, a lot of you that watch this live kind of where I am in the Midwest, and it gets a little bit cold and dry, so sometimes you want to bump that heat up a little bit to get the humidity going. I usually keep my stuff about 68 degrees, which is actually where this has been sitting. The heating and the cooling on this is perfect. It's always either on the dot or within a degree of the actual temperature, so it does a really good job keeping that. My favorite thing about the NewAir humidors, though, is they are airtight. I've been testing this for close to a month now. And if you actually look, I just have, now I put in a Boveda pack at the bottom, a 65%. I did throw a couple other humidifier things in there just to keep that Boveda fresh, because it will soak up some of that humidity. But truthfully, you don't even need that. For a while, I just had the Boveda in there. I just didn't want it to dry out as fast. So I kind of tossed that in too. But anyways, it's got these two drawers, which are awesome. They're huge. And you can kind of see how many sticks I've packed into this thing. I mean, we're going 4 cigars, 5 cigars deep, and I'm saying there's probably 100 cigars between these two drawers alone. And then I got, you know, like I said, probably close to another 200 on the shelves. Now you could use those for box storage. I chose to do some single storage, which you just got to be kind of creative when you stack them so they don't go falling down, but it works really, really well. And so you can kind of see how I stacked all these in here. Once you slide the drawers in, they're not going to really go anywhere. Got some Oliva stuff down there. But anyways, it holds a lot. I would say definitely 250 to 300 you could pack into this thing. And I didn't even use the bottom. The last NewAir I used, I actually filled the bottom up with cigars as well, since you just really need that Boveda pack. But it's got a glass door on the front with stainless steel around it. Really, really cool look. I love that modern look. It's got a lock all the way at the bottom down here. Now with that, they give you 2 keys, as well as some other paperwork here. So you've got basically the owner's manual, the quick start guide. They do give you this little plastic tub you could use for humidity beads, or I just put distilled water in it when I was seasoning the thing. And then you have 2 keys, and then there's also some warranty stuff to register your product. Now, the cool thing about this as well is you do also have the light in here. So you can turn that on and off. It gives you a little bit of light, but it's not going to light up the bottom. Not a big deal. Just turn on the lights in your house and I think you'll be okay. But anyways, glass door so you can kind of see it. It makes for a really cool presentation. And I'll step back a little bit here for you guys. I mean, look how cool this thing looks. You could probably fit this underneath of a cabinet and you know, in your kitchen, and it would just look real sharp. But I just love the idea that you can control temperature both up and down. You can heat it up a little bit and cool it. Now, typically I like to keep my cigars a little cooler, like I said, about 68 degrees. Reason for that being is tobacco beetles are a thing, and they happen at about 72. So I don't ever recommend putting any cigars in an environment over 72 degrees unless you've frozen them and you're confident that they're not going to have beetles. Side note, I do freeze all of the cigars I get because years and years ago, I did have a beetle scare in one box, and ever since that happened, I have frozen my cigars every time I get them. And I'll do another video on that sometime. about how to freeze cigars to prevent that issue. It doesn't damage the cigars or affect the flavor. It just helps kill off those eggs. But anyways, this thing retails, I believe it's going to be close to $500. The non-heated version of this is $450 retail, but I believe you can get it for a little cheaper on their website right now. I will be having a discount code exclusive to us at Irabusto for NewAir. So you guys can go on there, and if you have interest in this thing, they'll give you a discount. I'm not sure exactly how much it's going to be, but I'll negotiate for you guys and get you a little bit better deal. But I will put that discount code in the link in the description of this video. So I will take you right to their website. But anyways, like I said, I've tested this for about a month, and this thing has been flawless. It holds humidity perfect, which, like I said, that's my favorite thing about these NewAir humidors, is that they do not leak. You know, whereas I have a giant cedar cabinet, and it tends to leak quite a bit. So it's harder to keep up with the humidity. But my original NewAir that I reviewed a little while back, if you guys remember, I have the same Boveda pack in there, or Boveda, I guess is the technical way to say it. I always get that screwed up. But the Boveda pack that I have in there, the 65%, I've not changed that in probably over a year, and it has held pretty consistent. But anyways, this thing's just the same. It's just bigger. You know, I always recommend those Boveda 320 packs. They're much larger and they produce a lot more humidity. But as far as my tests are concerned, this thing holds a hell of a lot of cigars. It'll meet the demands of pretty much most people who are kind of average cigar smokers that do like to collect a little bit, but maybe not quite as many as I do. I have probably around 6,000 cigars now, so I can't fit them all into here. But it does comfortably hold at least about 300 or maybe 250 if they're big. You start throwing boxes in there, it's going to be a little bit less, obviously. But you know, if you have a humidor like this, you're not collecting boxes typically. You might get a few, but just take them out of the box then and throw them in the humidor. But I have nothing but good things to say about this product. It has worked exceptionally. And like I said last time I reviewed the other NewAir, the much smaller one, the CC-300H, if they made a giant cabinet version of this, you know, like 4 or 5 feet wide, 6 feet tall, that's about the size of my cabinet, in the stainless steel, same kind of materials and everything, I would not care how much it was, I would buy it. Because I just want the reliability. And I know with these things, you don't have to check your humidity all the time. It's not going to leak. I mean, it's basically a fridge. You know, so that's the cool part about it. NewAir CC-300H. Excellent, excellent humidor. If you're looking for something about this size, there's not really better products on the market. You know, if you want something ornate with a bunch of wood, you know, blow steam up your butt and go do that, I guess. But as far as functionality is concerned, they make some of the best humidors on the market. They're just a little smaller. So someday I'm hoping NewAir puts out just a giant big old bad boy. And I can't wait because I will be buying that for sure. But anyways, show you guys another look in here. Nice glass door. It has this seal here just like you have on a fridge. So it's like airtight. And then down here is actually where when you lock it, it'll lock into this piece. Now that lock is not like a custom key or anything. They're all the same for every single NewAir. So you're not gonna, you know, if somebody has one of those keys, they could get in, but it's more so for like kids and stuff, which is kind of nice. But lots and lots of room, and otherwise, perfect humidor. Definitely worth the money. Like I said, I will have that discount code in the description of this video for you guys, so hopefully you can check that out. And if you're in the market, this is an excellent option. I will continue to use this. Mainly for singles, like I said, but I need to stop buying so many darn cigars. But again, these come out too, by the way. The only one that doesn't is the top shelf. That one's kind of locked in there, but the rest of these do actually come out. But like I said, this one stops right about there, but every other shelf comes out, so you could literally, if you are into box storage, you could take out a couple of these shelves and then just fill that up with boxes too. So. But if you guys have any questions on this thing, let me know. I'll try to do an update video maybe like a year from now or so. But so far so good. A month in on this NewAir CC-300H, and I am super thrilled. So hope you guys like this video. If you liked it, hit that like button, subscribe, check out irabusto.com. And until next time, you guys keep it smoky. And I'll catch you later. See ya!